Okay, let's jump right in and start using iMovie. The first thing you have to do is launch the software. If it's not already on your dock, which is that row of icons across the bottom of the screen, you can find it inside the Launchpad, which is the icon with the multicolored squares at the far left of the dock. And if you click on that, it shows you all the applications that are installed on your Mac, and you can probably see the big iMovie star there somewhere. If you can't, you can go up to the search field up at the top, click inside that search field, and type in iMovie, and it narrows it down, so it's only iMovie. Give that icon a click, and iMovie is going to launch. Okay, we've got the project manager of iMovie. If you'd never run iMovie on your computer before, you may have gotten a warning notice about allowing access to certain removable media, desktop, things like that. Whenever you see one of those messages, it's a security thing that the Mac does. You can say allow. It's just allowing the iMovie software to access whatever that storage device is. So if you see those, click allow. To get rolling in iMovie, we need to create a new project. So we just go over here to the big plus, give it a click, and in the menu that appears, select Movie. Okay, that brings us to the blank slate of iMovie. At this point, we need to get some media inside there. That process is called importing. So we're going to import the movies that were taken on a video camera. And I'm just going to go ahead and click the Import Media button here. And that opens up this importing window. And in the column on the left, there's a bunch of entries there. Each one of those is a different storage place. Up towards the top, there will almost certainly be a section called Cameras, and one of those items is going to be the memory card of the camera that you've inserted into your computer. Mine is actually called Memory Card. Yours might be called Untitled, or it might be called Lumix or Canon, or the name of the camera. If it's not altogether clear which is the right one, just go ahead and select on each one in turn and see what you get. I happen to know that mine is called Memory Card, so I'm going to click on Memory Card. Once you click on that, it shows you all the different media that is on that particular storage device. So you can see here I've got a project called Meeting in the Park. Those are the files that we're going to be working with. To get those into iMovie, all you have to do is click on the first one in that list, and then scroll a bit, hold down the Shift key on the keyboard, then click on the last one on the list. Then you can let up on the Shift key, and you'll notice that all these different clips get a yellow highlight around them. That means that they're selected. So when we go ahead and click Import Selected down here in the lower right corner, iMovie is going to go ahead and copy all of those from our camera storage device, from that SD card that we plugged in, to the internal storage device of your computer. And as you can see as we're watching here, these little circles, they're actually pie graphs, and the little pies are filling up as we watch it, and that means those individual items are being copied to the internal hard drive. When all of those little pies are finished, that means we can disconnect the camera card. However, there's a little catch. I've noticed that iMovie occasionally gets cranky if you just pull out the camera card without doing a couple steps first. So I'm going to show you those steps. The first step is to hit the Projects button up there in the upper left. When you do that, it asks you to name your movie. So up until now, it's just called My Movie, which is like the stupidest name ever, right? So I'm going to give this a name, Meeting in the Park, and I'm going to click OK. And then it brings me back to the project page. Now I'm going to quit iMovie by going up to the iMovie menu and selecting Quit iMovie from that menu. Okay, now that iMovie has quit, I can look out here on the desktop and see my memory card listed on the desktop. It's up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. And it is best to tell the computer that you're about to unplug the SD card. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down the Control key on the keyboard, Control, and then I'm going to click once on Memory Card. I can let up on the Control key. The menu that appears includes the words Eject Memory Card. In your case, it might be Eject Untitled, etc. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And as soon as the icon disappears from the desktop, now I know I can safely disconnect the SD card from the computer. And there it went. So now you can safely pull that SD card from the computer without worrying that any damage is being done to the SD card. Okay, now let's relaunch iMovie. Since you were just using iMovie, its icon is probably down in the dock on the right-hand side, and you could just click it from there. On the off chance it's not there, I'm going to go down to the Launchpad again, locate iMovie in the Launchpad, and give it a click. When it comes back up, we can see that the project that we just created, in my case, Meeting in the Park, is right here, and I can double click it, and now I can go in and see all those clips that I imported. In the next lesson, we're going to move some of those clips from the media browser down onto the timeline.